Welcome back to Mow for Show. If you've been here before, then you know what I do. If you haven't been to this channel before, then what I do is work on greens mowers, Toro, John Deere, Jacobson, and I have Bermuda grass, and I may be going over some content with grass, but mostly real mowers, specifically greens mowers in general. This John Deere that I've been working on is a 220B, and I've already made a video of making these chains. This is a new chain, so I recondition greens mowers part-time, as a hobby, and I made this chain. Now I'm gonna show you how to put this chain on and how to tighten it up today. So when you make these chains for a John Deere, you're gonna have a half link and there's going to be a cotter pin on it. All right. And then you're going to have a master link. Now, the master link is U shaped like that. And you want to put the U towards the front of the mower. So, anytime you put a master link on, whichever way the chain spins, you want the U shape to be going that direction. Because if you turn this around and for whatever reason something hits this right here, it could just snap it right off, and then the master link will come undone. So you want to put the U shape on this direction, so as it spins, if it hits something, I don't know what it would be, but if it hits something, it won't knock this master link pin off. So the easiest way to put this on is going to be to take this pulley, not really a pulley, but a sprocket. There's going to be a key inside there. Make sure you don't lose the key. All right, so I'll take this little sprocket off. There's a key right there, and there's a space on the sprocket right there that'll slide over that key, and that key will keep this sprocket from spinning on the shaft. So every sprocket's going to have one of those. All right, besides these, they cinch on or whatever, but there's probably one in there somewhere. So we're going to take our chain that we have here, make sure the master link is in the right direction, and I'm going to take my pulley and clean it off because I got grease all over it. All right, and we're going to put this on like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up. Okay, this is your tensioner, and that's what's going to put tension on your chain. After you put it on, you're going to need to put tension on your chain so that way it doesn't flop around too much. You want just enough tension to keep it nice and tight to where it's not going to come loose, because if it comes loose, then that's where the master link could get hit and come into play. So once we loosen this up a little bit, then we'll be able to slide this back and forth here in a minute, and we'll put tension on the chain. Okay, we got the chain on there. Now as you come up here, find out where your little space is for the key to go in, and put your sprocket on, and then push it on just like that. Okay, now that's on. Nope, hang on a second. We screwed it up, or I screwed it up, shall we say. I gotta take this back off. I missed it right down there. That wasn't on. There we go. There we go. All right, now it's all the way around. I was missing that down there. Okay, that's on. Then we'll put this nut for this pulley back on, and then we'll tighten that up. All right, we're gonna hit it with this right here, so bear with me. All right. Now we're going to tighten this up. Okay, this is the number 13 nut. We're going to tighten it up a little bit. We're going to tap it. All right, now this is too tight right there. There's not enough play. So we're going to try to loosen it up just a hair. And it's kind of hard to get this perfect. That's pretty close right there. About 1/4 of an inch of play. But I guarantee you when I tighten this up, that's going to change. It always does. So we'll see. We'll see if we can't get this right. All right, finally got this thing adjusted. Sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get this thing adjusted correctly, because you'll have the chain set, you'll tighten this up. As you tighten this up, it tightens the chain up. It's ridiculous, but that's about what you want right there. You want about a quarter of an inch of play. You know, it's not super tight and it's not super loose. It's not flopping around. So that's what you want. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Just wanted to come back and say something real quick before I finished up this video about putting the chains on and making sure that you have the correct tension on the chains. These chains have a master link and a half link on them. And when that half link is on one of the sprockets, the chain gets tighter. And when the half link comes off the sprockets, either this one or that one, the chain gets looser. So if you're trying to get the correct tension on your chains and you want it to be absolutely perfect, just be aware that when that chain starts turning around, as that half link reaches these sprockets, the chain tightens itself up. I just noticed that the other day, that when I was trying to get it absolutely perfect, every time it would just be different. Sometimes it would be loose, sometimes it would be tight. I was trying to get the perfect tension, and I would come back and it would be off. And it's because those half links were, every time it was tight, one of the half links was on one of these sprockets. So just be aware of that. Go ahead and put the half link on the sprocket. Set your chain tension right where you want it, and then when it comes off, it'll be just a little bit looser, but it should be perfect if you do that.